In this video, we're going to throw in a challenge of ideas for how to grow adoption in the Bitcoin space. More users, more people, more consumers, more businesses, all happening now. Why you should care about this is because the people can once again, in the first time and maybe forever, have their own independent sovereign money. Why? Because money, those who control the money, control the power. When we begin to control our own money again, we will then be able to take the power back from those who have potentially, suppressed, taken power from us. So here's ideas on how to do it. So I've been combining topics, all right? So I'm a non-lawyer, not an attorney, but I have an extensive background and fundamental experience in law. And I have a separate private group, private membership association that I meet on Saturdays. And I also have a Sunday mastermind group it's a law mastermind group with a bunch of jokers who are some of the top legal minds in Northern California. One of the guys is a influencer on YouTube, but it's in law. And an idea I have is beginning to do a podcast with him about law and legal stuff and legal strategy, because he's a 40-year attorney. Guy's done he's been practicing his own cases for literally 40 years. I mean, he's one of the best out there. He's got an incredible mind. I know him as St. Michael Alexander. And on YouTube, he's known as for his viral video called "I Arrested the District Attorney." That was back in 1996 when he arrested the district attorney in court and on camera. Went through all the fundamental procedures of how it was done, broke it down much later, and did an end. Anyways, he's like going into retirement. He wants to do a freaking podcast, and one way is collaborating with him as a very specific one, and bringing his audience and other people who are interested in learning the law, because he doesn't know about the Bitcoin space. He's heard about Bitcoin, but he sure as heck doesn't understand it all. But those people that want to learn about Bitcoin and know the law could also be more involved in Bitcoin, and vice versa. People who are involved in Bitcoin might want to also learn the law. It's always good to learn the law and know the law, because knowing the law is power. Applying it is real power. The real power comes from applying it, and that's also when you learn. When I learn is by doing it, by applying it, making it happen. That's the first idea. The second idea is Jason Breshears, Archaics, bringing in combining with an influencer with Jason, doing videos, continuing to explore the evolution of human history, and the phoenix, and the phoenix, because the phoenix is very symbolic in Bitcoin. And you got the Economist magazine that is super relevant to the phoenix rising, and of course you got Satoshi Vision with the phoenix. The phoenix is a part of that rising vision, and so the phoenix is all about Archaics research and the Phoenix cycle that happens every 138 years, and bringing that audience forward into the Bitcoin space is a huge one, massive audience. It's got 100,000 plus. I mean, I don't want to say massive. It's a big audience, 100,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, but content that I'm really passionate about, that I want people to learn about and know about, and be a part of. So that's another one. Jason from Archaics. I challenge people to hit the like button. First of all, somebody reminded me the other day, asked me, hit the freaking like button, hit the notification bells, hit subscribe if you haven't already, dude. Leave a comment. We got to get the freaking people more engaged, because it drives traffic and it grows the audience. The other one is Roger Sayles. I've only done a couple little videos on this, and I've got another idea as well. Roger Sayles is he has a radio show he's been doing for many years. Internet radio show. It's multiple stations, syndicated, but he's coming from the law movement, but he's actually, it's law, but it's more fundamental than that. He's all about unraveling the matrix. and the entire matrix system that we're all born into with the 14th Amendment citizenship, and unraveling that to then go back to our own natural and inherent rights as a national, not a U.S. citizen. That's a 101A21 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, or also formally known as what's called a state citizen in the old cases. It's still recognized as a 1940 Supreme Court case that says that. So, but going into understanding that, what is it all about? How does this matrix system work? What did this 14th Amendment citizen do? How did it all happen? I'll post in my description here a badass video that I recommend everybody watch. It's called God's Trump Card by Roger. People can tune into it, and he's got a radio show. It's on the matrixdocs.com that people can go in and listen to it every day. But blending that audience, his audience in, to this Bitcoin space, because from the little conversations I've heard about them talking about stuff like that, it's like, oh, they think maybe XRP or BTC is going to be good, or Ethereum. Very limited knowledge. People are just kind of scratching the surface about this stuff, and they haven't gone super far into seeing how Bitcoin's going to scale. How's crypto? How's the blockchain going to scale? Because and how is it utilized? How is it? Where's the utility from? Because if those questions aren't answered, scalability, utility, okay, then what are we really doing? We're just really doing it for more of the short-term price gain, the dopamine hit. Okay, cool. I'm with you, man. There's nothing wrong with chasing price. I have no objection to people doing that and being involved in Ponzi schemes. I mean, it may not be legal at times people are doing, but hey, more power to them. I ain't judging nobody. I have no reason to. I'm not a judge on what people want to do with their time and their money. But I will say that once you really start to get into like the idea of like, how does it scale? How do we have adoption? How is it going to be used? What's the utility? What's the purpose for it? Why do people need it? These questions have an answer. Once we start realizing, oh, okay, well, there's not too many of those blockchains out there that are like that. Maybe none. Maybe just one. Right. So, blending that audience and helping to educate them. And then the other one is, I will also post a video to St. Michael's video. I arrested the district attorney, Michael Alexander's video in here as well. People can watch that and start to kind of like explore that audience. I'll also post one from Archaics at the end. I'll post them both in the description, and I'll post them at the end as well. And then the other idea that I had was, the other channel is called Actualized, and Mila was reaching out to them and talking with them with Brett Bavy. I don't know who those guys are. Those are just four, but I mean, these three. Well, Michael, he's like a good friend of mine. Roger is an associate of mine. I could definitely start collaborating with him. Reggie Middleton, Veritasium guy, collaborating with those guys, bringing in the Reggie Middleton audience and the Reggie Middleton fans and people that have collaborated with him with Veritasium over the years. The people that watch the Webbot Report. I mean, those are five right there ideas. I'd say. Three of them I have control over, actually have direct in contact with. Two of them maybe, or three. But, and exploring other ideas of like influencers, because we got to have influencers. It's all about marketing, dude. Like, if you're not marketing, then okay, that's fine. Okay, I mean, dude, do your thing. Do you. Develop. Business. Whatever your thing is, but we gotta have marketing, okay? Marketing sucks. Marketing is shit. It's horrible. We don't have enough marketing, and we need to build the marketing. So how do we do that? Influencers. We've got very few influencers. We need to collaborate. So I'm exploring ideas right now without if we can grow my reach to expand that, because. In a hopium sense, literally, we're one freaking tweet. We're one tweet away from adoption. That's it. In a hopium sense. One tweet is all it takes from the right person. One. That's really it. So never forget that. Now, at the same time, it doesn't mean to sit back and do nothing, because that's the wrong approach. And that's, I think, the big mistake that has been made in the past, where people say, sit back and eat popcorn. and enjoy the show and watch the ride. That's such bad advice, to anyone who's been told to watch or to eat popcorn. First of all, popcorn's got GMOs in it, man. Don't be eating popcorn. It's disgusting. I mean, even the natural popcorn, it's got too many carbs, so, the organic stuff. So the bottom line is though, we got to take action. Action is where it's at. We all learn from doing, but collaborating, joining the concepts. I've been talking about health stuff since I started. That's always been my passion. Health is all about, without health, we don't have anything. I've been blessed and fortunate to have been practicing health for so long that I've now been able to excel my health to a freaking supernatural level, dude. And I'm happy to continue to share that journey with people because the liver flush, the intermittent fasting, my training routine is on point right now. It's so much easier. And collaborating with what I'm doing. John Jaquish, this is another idea. I want to challenge myself to reach out to John. X3, he's my good friend from college, best friend from college. One of my best friends from college. We literally were rival fraternities. He was SAE, he was SIGAP president. I was Delta Chi Rush chair. He was like a year older than me in class. I came in. He was just kind of maybe like 2 years older than me. He was coming out, but we had a business marketing class together. We sat together, and then we ended up becoming neighbors and best friends. Man, we just really hit it off, dude. And we stayed kind of on and off in touch, but then we lost touch, and I didn't really know much about him, but he ended up starting this company called X3, which is this amazing resistance band training. And he's a freaking viral celebrity influencer now on Instagram, 1 million+ followers, and an incredible business guy. So John, Dr. Jaquish, I want to do him. Do shows with him, talk with him, because his knowledge on health is so profound. Like what he's learned in the way of health and the body and how the body works and how it's properly and how it's exercised with his resistance band training and efficiency is incredibly profound. He wrote a book called Weightlifting is a Waste of Time. It's so amazing. Like when you start to realize like all that time I've spent weightlifting has been a waste of time. And that's his concept. And it really is. It's amazing. Like I don't have to spend so much time training like I used to. Oh, hours every day I'm training. Dude, no. Not necessary anymore at all. Build muscle with much less effort now. So having talks with John, that's another challenge out there that I want to do. In fact, I want to do that my next Sacramento trip. I want to challenge myself to do a podcast with him if he's in town and reach out. So Michael Alexander, I arrested the district attorney Alexander. You can watch his video, a link to his video at the end here. That's one. Dr. Jaquish. I'll put a link to him as well in the description below or at the end. You can watch his stuff on X3. He's an influencer on Instagram. Roger Sayles, a mentor to me, a hero. A guy who's taught so much in the law. Has just taken things to the next level. His website is thematrixdocs.com. And I'll put a link to one of his videos and interviews in here called God's Trump Card. It's not about Trump. It has nothing to do with Trump. It's just an expression that the strategy that he's discovered in teaching people, he believes is God's trump card to get people out of the matrix one by one. It's a one-by-one thing each individually. So it takes time. And then other ones like Jason Breshears from Archaics, not like Jason Breshears is one of a kind. Jason Breshears from Archaics, who I don't have direct contact with, I don't know, he doesn't know me, but somehow getting a connection with him, connecting with him. Reggie Middleton, Veritasium, another show with him. We had one on X the other day, but keeping that going and developing that conversation more, because these kind of things, we have these conversations more. We build this up. We bring influencers in like that. This thing is going to grow, man, spread fast. All right. So I challenge myself and others to help bridge that gap, help connect me to those people who others like that you may know. Mila had this one about actualize, a person that actualized. She's connecting to Brett Bavy. Perfect. Dude, that's a great start to get Brett on that show so he can, talk about his 1 year of silence and also talk about what? The original Bitcoin protocol, scalable blockchain. So, all right. Be sure to subscribe with the like button. Hit notification bells, leave a comment, share the video, and I'll see you at the top.